it's Harriet from Portastic Gun Dog Adventures, and if you're there, say hi. Right, so, you know what, I sat on the chair, and I was going to put it there, because it's like, you've got the sideboard bit, and then I was like, it's not very comfortable, so now I'm back on the floor. But, it's quite festive in here, because, look at the Christmas tree. It's looking a lot like Christmas. It's not even December yet. I think it's a bit early, but never mind. Right, so, I hope you're all well. And so, I've finished my classes, so I'm just doing a bit of filming for my new puppy calls, but more on that another time. So, what I'm talking to you about today is the second fear stage, and you're probably wondering, what the hell is that? So, start at the beginning. So, when you first get your puppy, so you normally get your puppy about sort of 8-10 weeks old, and they go through a first fear stage. So that's quite common. So you notice the puppy's quite nervous and stuff. Then once that's kind of over, once they've settled in, then they go into, it's a normal sort of development stage. They hit the teenage stage at about 5 months roughly, and then you'll notice they will go into a second fear stage. Now what that is, so it sort of happens between say 5 months and about sort of 18 months. I've seen it in up to about 2 years. So what tends to happen is they kind of go in and out of this stage. So it's like, so don't continuously in that stage, they just tend to go in and out of it. And what you'll find is when they go out for a walk, so if they're quite happy and they've had really nice walks and everything, and then one day you open the door and they go out and they just put the brakes on, like, nope, not gonna do it, nope, 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 and then they want to back off. That is usually the second fear stage. And say, for example, they've been quite happy with a noise, so say like a plastic bag or something along those lines, and then they'll suddenly like be very fearful towards it. So I've noticed Rose is starting to kind of do it. We're out on a walk today actually, and we're just going around the block and we were practicing the nice loose lead walking, and she was doing really, really well. Then she saw a woman and she was walking quite fast, and she had a hood up. Now she's seen me with a hood on, and she's seen other people with a hood, and she's been fine. And today she saw that person and she was, you know, starting to react a little bit. You know, she started barking, so out of character. So that is actually the second fear stage coming into play. So the way that you can kind of help it, because a lot of owners are like, oh God, what do I do? So the best thing to do is not to do nothing. That's kind of the worst thing to do. So what can help is not neutering the dog. So making sure, so allowing them to mature and not neutering, and also doing because it's an imprint as well. So this sort of thing, if you don't, and they don't get out of this stage, it can actually, that behaviour can actually stay with them throughout their life. So it's really important that you do something. So it's always good to do like a confidence building exercise, and that's what I sort of try and do. So if you've got a gun dog, then you've got the retrieving, you've got the spaniels, you've got the sniffing, the hunting, encourage things like that. And that can help with the second fear stage. It's just about understanding that dogs are feeling emotional stuff as well during that time. It's a very confusing time. So think back to when you were a teenager and you didn't really kind of, you didn't really know what was going on, and you didn't really know what you meant to do, really. So that is very much, so you've got to have a little bit of understanding and like recognising the dog's going through a very difficult stage, because the teenage stage is actually really difficult than actually the puppy stage, and a lot of people don't really understand that. So it is really good, if your dog is experiencing the second fear stage, it is really good to get help of a trainer. because if you don't, then you can actually make things worse, and then you'll have a dog with that behaviour throughout its life. So it's really important to go and see someone and get some advice. So if you do have a question on that, there is a link that I've put on there, and that is actually talking about the second fear stage in a lot more detail, because a lot of owners do not know about it. So it's really important to have a read at that. And also, if you feel like your dog is in that second fear stage, then do, contact me, and then, you can do my one-to-one training packages. Which, for Christmas, I am doing a little special offer. So it's basically to get your dog off the naughty list. So, so if your dog is, pulling on a lead or not coming back when called, then yeah, you can message me, and you can comment, or however you want to do it, and you will get a bit of a discount. So for my basic package, I usually charge $199, so it will be a lot less than that. So that is only limited, and I've only got a few spaces left. So once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, you need to jump on that if you want to, and yeah. But yeah, if you've got any questions about the second fear stage, then do hit me up. But yeah, right, that is it from me. And I'm going to see you next week for another live. Right, bye.